No, confirmation is not about confirming your own faith. And this is where there is a lot of disagreement in the church. In the earliest records, historical records of the church, confirmation was a very simple gesture by the bishop that he laid his hands on a person's head after the person had come out of the baptismal font. So it works like this. Men and women are baptized naked. They are baptized separately. They go into the font, the men with a deacon who will baptize them, the women with a deaconess who will baptize them. The bishop isn't present. Then they are baptized, they clothe themselves in new white garments, they come out of the baptistry and they come back to the bishop, who lays his hands on their head, anoints them with oil and says, I give you confirmation that what has happened in there is legitimated for everyone out here who didn't see it. And so the chrismation in the Eastern Church has remained at that level. In the Western Church, an evolution takes place. And it's around the time again of late antiquity, the 8th, 9th century. And there are a couple of things happening. One is that in the Western Church, the Roman Church, what is now France, England, Germany, Italy, parishes begin to develop. And whereas previously there was only one font, which was in the cathedral, now parishes, like mine, have their own baptismal fonts. And parish priests begin to baptize people. And then the question comes up, how does the bishop be involved with this baptism at which he's not present? So, priests chrismate the individual, and then in time the bishop will come by at some stage and confirm them. In the late Middle Ages, there's even instances of bishops arriving on their horse, confirming everybody without getting off the horse, and then moving on. So the difficulty that we have now is that in our attempt to make the sacrament of confirmation valid and valuable and good for teenagers, we have fallen into a trap of saying to them, this is the moment when you affirm your faith. But in fact that's wrong, because that has already been done for them in baptism by proxy. And their parents have done it. So we're in this situation where we say that to them, or we say, this is your moment to mission. Again, that's wrong, because that mission is given to them in baptism. And here's the other problem. If those people are teenagers, and they have already received the Eucharist in the age of 7 or 8, then they have actually already practically completed their initiation. So in terms of confirmation, one of the things that's important whenever it happens, and if it's going to happen for teenagers, it needs to be intimately united and connected back into baptismal faith. So if confirmation is, here's the moment when you start to be Christian, if that's the message being given, that's completely wrong. But if it is a message where this is now your opportunity as a young Christian to pick up your baptismal call and to move forward with it, then that's the link. And so what I would say to people is that I would take them back to the fact that in baptism you are anointed to be priest, prophet and king, or priest, a worshipper, somebody who worships God and brings others to worship. You're a prophet, which is somebody who speaks truth to the world and speaks a truth that changes the world and challenges the world. And to be king or leader or queen is to be somebody who actually can take on the mantle of leadership. You're not there to be timid. And then out of that comes a renewed existence and a renewed hope, but also a whole new energy for being a missionary, to being somebody who is another Christ in the world.